St. John Baptist de la Salle. And he says to abstain from sinful actions is not sufficient for the fulfillment of God's law. The very desire of what is forbidden is evil. What he's telling us in relation to what we're talking about is we have to take this purification well beyond not just, okay, I'm not going to do this, or this. We have to make it really an inward transformation where we have to really examine why we want what we want. So if we struggle with lust, or if we struggle with greed, whichever one we are dealing with at a given moment, we have to understand why we desire it so much. We have to take it apart, unpack it, so that we can reform it into something healthy. Why do I desire to just tear apart everything in this society? Let's take that apart. I'm going to just put myself in their shoes. I want everyone to know how mad I am, and I just want to go against everything that's ever been and ever will be. Okay, that's nice. You're mad about that, but that's not something. You don't get to destroy the history of a country or any of its things just because you personally do not like it at this given moment in your existence. You don't destroy that which you do not understand. That's what is the very essence of the word sacrilege. Trying to destroy something that you do not understand. And that's what we have. We have groups of people trying to destroy that which they don't understand. If they were willing, what you would want them to start with is self-education. So all these institutions and things that they want to tear down, if they were willing, they need to educate themselves. They need to go back and really learn about what the truth is behind them. They cannot pick and choose, because literally the reality is, and here we come back to purification. The reality is that every single human soul is a multifaceted creation. You can take any person from any period of time and you can pick at it. You can find something that is noble and of great value, and you can find something that you can say completely makes them worthless and of no value. You can do this with every person who has ever lived on earth. To invalidate great movements in the history of humankind by pulling out the failings or the flaws of individuals who did great things in other aspects of their lives and saying that they are now no longer valid is showing a great sense of absolute emptiness within the soul of the person who is seeing it that way. Because what they're saying is that there is nobody who can reach a point of being of any value. Because what we do know is that they certainly could not reach a point where they would be considered beyond reproach now, because every single one of them has participated in the destruction of our society and our world, and they've participated in unacceptable and unheard of violence towards our communities and towards everything that our country holds dear, and towards every American citizen who disagrees with them. What they're saying is that they themselves can never be redeemed, because these acts that they have committed in their youth disqualify them from forever being redeemed. So if any of them grow up, change their life, and go do something great, which is possible, they are saying that this moment in their life when they were behaving miserably, criminally, feloniously, would completely disqualify them from ever acknowledging any future accomplishment they could ever have. They themselves have invalidated themselves. by invalidating the great and noble acts of others who came before them, and not understanding the horrific thing that they are doing to the history of our people that they have no right to do. They have no right to do this. But do you see what I'm trying to get to here? Because this is very much related to the purification path, which is that it is impossible for anyone to live up to that standard. There is no one who can. Even the prophets, saints, mystics, sages, and ascetics, if you tear apart their lives, and I have the texts, you can find they made mistakes. They did things that are questionable. They had moments in their lives where they did things that they regretted later. They had youthful moments of ignorance where they did stupid things. All of these things are part of our human condition. So you cannot go back and literally just take a person and say, I found a fault or a failing, and therefore they are of no value. Because what they are doing is they are saying that their judgment and their discernment is greater than that of God himself. God is the one who has determined that we are all of value. And we are all of value because, remember, God created us this way. He created us this way. He knew that we were fallen beings and that we were born with a sinful nature. So God understands that more than any of us do. He understands why and how he created us to be this way. And this is why mercy is given, because this is the nature of how we were born. It's our innate nature. God created. We have to understand that no person, even somebody who may have done something heinous or horrific, is defined by one moment in time. We are all defined by many, many things. The energetic moments of one life, the energetic moments of many lives.